Yes guys, welcome back guys to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played Liverpool guys, away from home at the Anfield. And yes guys, we got embarrassed, we got humiliated. As I know, we have lost 4-0 to Liverpool at the Anfield. Men's versus boys, got nothing to say about it. Before I start today's video guys, this video will not be fully edited due to the fact that our next game against Arsenal is on Saturday, so I don't have enough time to edit this video unfortunately, but please bear with me. My next video will be hopefully fully edited as well before we go and play Chelsea. Just don't have enough time. But yes guys, let's get straight into today's video. So we made 4 changes from last game against Norwich. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with Haya, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Jones, Maguire, Dalot, Pogba, Matic, Fernandes, Elanga and Rashford. Getting to the overall reaction now. Embarrassing, absolutely humiliated, shocking, abysmal, what a disgrace, diabolical, shower of shit. I'm lost for words, not good enough. It's disappointing, annoying and frustrating. I expected this to happen. It was men's versus boys. Defence is shite. The manner of the goals we conceded are terrible. It was a training session against mannequins. No fight, passion, pride, heart, determination and desire. No creativity. We had a few big moments. We couldn't get out of our own half. We made individual mistakes. We made them have too much space and time on the ball. Where the fuck was the desire to close them down? The players are fucking lazy. Can't find anything positive. The players didn't want to be there. Where's the aggression without the possession? This is the worst Man United side I've ever seen in my life. Hannibal was the only one that showed passion, looked clueless, disorganised, toothless going forward, clueless at the back. Same old United. We need a massive clear out in the summer. The second half in some spells was better, but still it wasn't good enough. Liverpool were too strong, too ruthless and too professional. First half poor, second half abysmal, overall shite performance. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? Yeah, it's just like what I said just then, to be honest. Shite performance. I don't really, to be honest, I'm not in the mood of ranting, to be honest, because I expected this from this Man United side. We were all fearing for the worst against Liverpool. We knew that coming into this game, it was going to be difficult for us. You know, we only just scraped a beat in Norwich. I mean, the last few weeks have been a disgrace, to be honest. You know, against Leicester, we were abysmal. Then against Everton, that was even worse. That was a disgrace. Then against Norwich, we were awful. And again today, or last night against Liverpool, we were shite. So every single word is an upgrade to every single performance. So I mean it was a training session for Liverpool, and they played against mannequins, and our players didn't want to be there, and you know, didn't want to be there, you know, not showing the desire to close them down, and it's just not good enough. So that's what you get from a Liverpool side like this, you know. So I'm lost for words, to be honest, and that's what you get from you know, a too strong, too ruthless and too professional side in Liverpool. And too many times we made too many mistakes, and a team like Liverpool, when you make mistakes, they're going to punish you, and they're going to make sure that you are punished for it as well. And we got punished countless times in the defence. You know, the goals that we conceded were just a joke as well. You know, I'll get into that in a bit as well. So, you know, the goals they conceded, of the manner of them, was just a disgrace. Disgraceful defending, schoolboy defending. It's just not good enough, to be honest. This defending is the worst defending I've ever fucking seen in my life, to be honest. We've already conceded more goals from last season. So we're going to at least concede at least over 60 goals this season. So it's not good enough. We know that we need to clear out in the summer. These players simply don't have any fight, passion, pride, or don't play for the badge, don't play for the club. And most of these need to get out of the club, because I'm sick and tired of watching this Man United team week in and week out. And fans are going to fall out of watching this team because they've had enough. So, and I mean, we know that the club's rotten to the core from top to bottom, so it's not good enough from this Man United side. We've not been good enough for the whole season, and we're fighting for top 4. And I mean, 9-0 for Liverpool. Didn't score a single goal against Liverpool the whole season. Disgrace, to be honest. Couldn't even put a goal past Liverpool this season. It's just not good enough. And we deserve everything that we got. And it's not good enough from this Man United side. They're abysmal. They're abysmal. Getting into the game now. First half, it kicked off. I mean, fast start for Liverpool, wasn't it? I think they had a really good start, Liverpool. Got us on the front foot. They kept... they didn't even need to get out of first gear, to be honest. They, got us on the front foot. They didn't really create many chances. They were just waiting for... They stayed patient. And they knew that we were going to make mistakes anyway, so they stayed patient and they waited for that moment as well. They got on the front foot, and as soon as I saw that first attack, boom, first goal was in. That first goal comes from the space, opens up on the left hand side, and they doubled up on the left hand side. Even with a back five, we still conceded as well. And then I just thought, the growing confidence and momentum, Liverpool. United struggled to get out our own half. A few times we did get out our own half. I thought we had a few big moments. I remember that one where Rashford was through on goal. Poor control. You would have been on 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and that could have been easily 1-1. So, it's not good enough. And I just think Liverpool controlled the game, to be honest. United just couldn't get out of their own half. We struggled. We couldn't keep hold of possession, giving the ball away too easily as well. Couldn't close them down as well. And then the second goal comes. Lindelof just doesn't close down Mane. It's a brilliant pass by Mane to Salah, but you've got to stop that pass from happening. And that all starts from Lindelof. Just no desire, ball watching. It's just not good enough. It was like it was a day out at the cinema, to be honest. Just not good enough. And then 2-0 up. I think we were lucky not to go 3-0 up. 3-0 down, sorry. But to be honest, half time came. We knew that we had to make an offensive change. We needed to see a change. Obviously, you have to feel for Phil Jones, but at the end of the day, you have to make a change. You want to see a reaction from the players. Second half, I thought we were better for the first 25 minutes. I thought we rattled Liverpool. Liverpool, didn't have a great start to the half. They didn't end the half. They didn't start the half well, the way how they ended the half. So they struggled for the first 25 minutes. Liverpool, a little bit of tiredness crept in a little bit, and obviously Sancho, being a technical player, gets out of tight situations. And we had a few opportunities there. Rashford was onside, should have been one again. Could have easily been 2-2. In fact, could have made it 2-1 at least. Try get a goal back. And then Liverpool. But I thought we did well though for the first 25 minutes. To be honest, we had a bit more possession. Put them under pressure a little bit more. But then Liverpool again, they didn't need to go into third gear. To be honest, they had control. The game was over at half time, and they didn't need to get out of second gear. And then they literally just countless times opened us up. We didn't close them down. We were like mannequins, stood there, didn't know what to do, scratching our balls. Just not good enough. And third goal, hospital pass by Lindelof, and Robertson intercepts it from his own half, passes it to Diaz, and Diaz gets it in and just easy slotting for Salah again. And then Liverpool, they were not trying, to be honest. They just kept, every time we saw something opened up, they just exposed it. And fourth goal, I saw this right in front of my eyes, and I just couldn't believe what Maguire was trying to do. Plays a high ball to Hannibal. Robertson just literally straight away reads the play, puts him under pressure, intercepts it, and whoever scored. And it was 4-0, so just not good enough by this side, to be honest. We got everything what we deserved from that game. We're not good enough from start to finish. When a team like Liverpool like that, when you're nowhere near their level, and to be honest, it's just sad. So I can't wait for Ten Hag to come in and fix this team. We need major surgery, and it's not good enough. And we got punished by a fantastic side in Liverpool, and we're nowhere near at the level of Liverpool and Man City. So it's not good enough, and we have to take it on the chin. And let's see what the reaction is on the weekend. Another defeat, another spanking by Liverpool. That's now 9-0 over 2 games this season. We haven't scored a goal against them this season, and we all expected this to happen. Yeah, we did. We all expected this to happen from the get-go. Liverpool, I think some people were hopeful of trying to sneak something off them. When you defend like that, schoolboy defending, leave too many spaces or gaps open for them to run into, and it gets exposed. Either doubling up or they're completely exposing our weaknesses, completely exposed us, opened us up. Defending was just atrocious. The worst defending I've ever fucking seen, to be honest. Couldn't save the Titanic. We all expected it from the get-go, to be honest. It was either going to be a ruthless Liverpool side or a tired Liverpool side that were going to struggle. We saw that it was a too strong Liverpool side. They knew it was a must-win. They got the 3 points. We were no good. Couldn't defend. Midfield, just a joke. Toothless up front, clueless at the back. And that's what you get at the end of the day in a world-class team in Liverpool. And we're nowhere near them at the end of the day. After a humiliating 4-0 defeat, where do we go from here? And what do we need to do in order to win the next game against Arsenal? We just need to regroup. The players obviously need to analyse the game back. They'll be sat there in Carrington watching that game back like lost puppies. To be honest, it all boils down to the leadership on that pitch. Maguire's no leader, to be honest. And you look at a leader like Cristiano Ronaldo, to be honest. And Ronaldo's going to have to get this team together and say, look lads, we're in a top 4 race here. I got us back in it. You've absolutely just looked like idiots last night. We've still got this opportunity to get top 4. We have to regroup. We have to improve in training. It all does boil down what is going on in training as well, and the culture in the training. Who are these players guiding these youngsters as well? Some of these players are just making Ralph and his coaching staff look like idiots, to be honest, because they just feel like they're not getting the coaching that they need. It all boils down to the coaching and the recruitment. To be honest, we have to just regroup, analyse the game properly, improve in training. When we're with the game we have no confidence anyway, because confidence is just so low at the minute, they can't pick themselves back up. What in a better way to try and get your confidence back in with a game like Arsenal coming up as well? They're low in confidence as well. We have to perform, we have to turn up, and we have to expect against Arsenal. We just have to go out there against Arsenal, perform well, turn up, and we have to go and fight for the 3 points against Arsenal. We know it's a must-win. Obviously, it's going to be down to who wants it more, and whoever wants it more is going to win the game. So we have to be ready for it, physically, mentally. Let's see what happens on the weekend. Here is my man of the match. I struggled to find one, to be honest. I think De Gea wasn't at fault for the goals. Wan-Bissaka, poor. Lindelof, poor. Jones, I think he was alright. Maguire, poor. Delo, poor. Matic, poor. Pogba, poor. Fernandes, just poor. Elanga, poor. And Rashford was just poor. Everyone was poor, to be honest. Lingard, poor. Sancho was the one that had a go, and so was Hannibal. At least Hannibal showed some passion. I'm going to give it 2. I'm going to give it Sancho and Hannibal. Just the way how they made an impact coming off the bench, to be honest. They were the only bright players, to be honest. And they were the only ones that carried the team, to be honest, in that whole game. How do we beat Arsenal? Now, obviously, we've got Arsenal on the weekend. You know what? Coming into a game like this against Arsenal, we know it's a massive game. Massive. It's a must-win. Massive 3 points up for grabs here. This is an opportunity to get to do the double on Arsenal. This is also an opportunity to get the 3 points and to get back level as well. This is also a game for fighting for top 4 as well. So I think if we win this, I think mathematically Arsenal are practically out of it. Because, you know, you look at Arsenal's fixtures, you know, they got to go away to Everton, they got to play Everton at home, and they've got to go away to Newcastle, so their games are not getting easier for Arsenal, so Arsenal can't find a win. Just don't give them the confidence, you know, because, you know, they're low in confidence at the minute as well, so just whatever you do in this game, do not give the confidence or the momentum on their side. Arsenal will be up for it. They know that we're up bottom on low on confidence. They're low on confidence as well. They've lost like the last 4 out of 5. You know, playing Chelsea tonight as well, so that could potentially be losing 5 out of 6. So, to be honest, Arsenal's going to be a difficult game. I think Arsenal, we've seen a weird Arsenal side this year, you know, on a down, on and up, on a down, on and up. You know, they're inconsistent, and that's what you expect from an Arsenal team. But Arsenal, they're very good on the day, but when they do win games, they fight for each other, they get behind each other, they see out games really well, they defend well. So, but when they lose games, I think they just look clueless at the back. They look toothless going forward as well, and they just lack ideas going forward. And that's where then our defence just comes in and says we're going to stay tight and compact, and we're going to be organised. So against Arsenal, it's not going to be easy. It's obviously going to be a tough game. It's going to be a physical game with them, and it's going to be a tight and tactical game with them as well. So we have to be ready physically, mentally, and we have to go in with the right mindset as well, and the right mentality as well. Must-win game. We have to fight for the 3 points here against Arsenal from minute 1 to minute 90, and we have to get the win here. And if we get the win here, I think top four's back on. You know, Tottenham will be looking over their shoulder. They'll have to beat Brentford. So this is a must-win game for us. Arsenal know that they've got to win this as well. It's a must-win for both teams. It's down to who wants it more. So we've got to expect big things about this Arsenal team. They'll definitely turn up. They'll definitely perform, and we have to be ready for that ourselves. And just don't dig a hole in yourselves. We have to bounce back from this, and what a way to bounce back. Arsenal are struggling. Just whatever you do, don't give them any confidence. Arsenal, they're low in confidence. You know, they're a very physical side. We're playing them at the right time as well. They've got injuries at the minute to the likes of Tierney, Partey. So this is a great time to play them because they've got big players out injured as well. Defensively vulnerable. We know that they're defensively vulnerable now, but they play with width. They're tight and compact on their day. Sometimes they're well organised as a collective. They're well coached. They like to stretch teams out. They put crosses into the box. They're very good on their set pieces. They defend well on their set pieces as well. Even though Southampton just recently scored from a set piece as well. But in a game like this, getting the first goal will be crucial. Don't concede an early goal. Don't let them come back inside. The likes of Martinelli, Pepe and Saka. Without possession, we've got to show the aggression, get into the pockets. We've got to watch out for the ball in from behind. We must work hard, win our duels, 50-50s and second balls. Don't let them have the time and the space on the ball. Defensively, make sure nothing opens up for Liverpool or for Arsenal. We're going to be quick on the ball. Passing needs to be quick. Got to use the pace in the flanks. Passing needs to be quick. We're going to put them under pressure. Stop the crosses into the box. Be aware of the ball over the top. Capitalise on their mistakes. They tend to make a lot of mistakes. Got to be able to put them under pressure. Pick out the right pass. Close the channels. Keep Lacazette quiet. Link up play needs to be effective. Put the centre backs under pressure. The defence needs to be disciplined. Got to be aware of a reaction. Don't let them get a shot off. Don't let them stay in the game. Win the midfield battle. Don't let them win the loose balls. Don't let them back in the game. We must defend properly. Got to be organised. Get the crosses into the box. Commitment into the box. The passing needs to be quick. Be quick on the break. Create the spaces. Attack the spaces. Drive them out of position. Stretch them out. If they play with a deep line, attack them. Don't give them any confidence or momentum. Capitalise on their mistakes. Don't afford to make mistakes. Capitalise on our set pieces. Set pieces could come into play. Defend properly on set pieces. Don't allow them any space. Don't afford to make mistakes. Creativity is a must. We need to be quick and bright. Get an early goal will be crucial. Got to be aggressive. Got to be ruthless. Make the runs in from behind. Play with high intensity, high tempo. Play with energy and purpose. Get between the lines. Make the right runs in the right channels. Pick out the right pass. Players need to get in forward areas. Got to create the chances. Take our chances. Be clinical. Be explosive on the break. The quality in the final third needs to be there. Got to control and dominate the game. Don't underestimate them as well. Fullbacks have got to be effective. Decision making will be key. Game management will be key. Don't leave spaces or gaps open. We need to be tight and compact. Defensively, frustrate Tottenham. We need to have the desire to close them down. Got to be strong, committed. Play with a higher line. Don't afford to be lazy. Don't make mistakes in silly areas. Play with heart. Play with fight, heart, passion, pride, commitment, determination, and desire. Show character and team spirit. We've got to be switched on at all time. Need to be focused and concentrated, can remain into the box, don't be afraid to make a tackle, be brave, take risks. Don't give the ball away cheaply, and the midfield needs to close them down. Getting into the stats now, possession for Liverpool, it was 71.6%, and for Man United it was 28.4%. Goals for Liverpool, it was 4, and for Man United it was 0. Total shots for Liverpool, it was 14, and for Man United it was 2. Shots on target for Liverpool, it was 5, and for Man United it was 1. Shot accuracy for Liverpool, it was 35.7%, and for Man United it was bang on 50%. Shots inside the box for Liverpool, it was 11, and for Man United it was 1. Shots outside the box for Liverpool, it was 3, and for Man United it was 1. Total passes for Liverpool, it was 897 passes, and for Man United it was 354 passes. The pass accuracy for Liverpool, it was 91.2%, and for Man United it was 73.4%. Getting to the substitutions now, Pogba went off for Lingard, talking about Paul's performance. Started hobbling after Liverpool scored in the 5th minute. Soon hobbled off, should have not started and should have never played for United again. Jones went off for Sancho, talking about Phil's performance. This was only his 2nd start in 2 years, and it showed. He actually looked hurt by the shambles before his half-time withdrawal. Elanga went off for Hannibal, talking about Anthony's performance, starting in the front 2 and then moved to the right to accommodate Jadon Sancho. The game completely passed him by. Next up we've got Arsenal. Arsenal are 5th in the table. We know what to expect from this Arsenal side. On their day, Arsenal, they fight for each other, they get behind each other. They're a team this season, they're an inconsistent side as well. Obviously Arsenal are playing Chelsea tonight as well, so I think win, lose or draw there. I think they're still going to be low on confidence, trying to lift that back up tonight against Chelsea. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be difficult for them to walk away with a win at Stamford Bridge, even though it's been done before, and Brentford beat them as well. But coming into Arsenal now, this is a must-win for both teams. I think it's going to come down to who wants it more. This is a battle for a top 4 place as well. So we have to fight from minute 1 to minute 90. We've got to show that character and team spirit. We're going to have to show the heart, fight, passion, pride. We've got to play for the club, pay for the badge. We've got to show the desire. Don't stand there like mannequins as well. We have to move in this game. Don't be ball watching as well. We have to fight for each other. We have to prepare well for a game like this. We've got more time to prepare for this as well. So there's no excuses. In a game like this against Arsenal, we expect big things from them as well. They're at home. They've got the home fans. The home fans are going to be right behind them as well, so it's going to be tough for us to go away from home as well. So we know this is going to be a tough game, but we need to make sure we give it 110% to go and get the 3 points. We have to fight from minute 1 to minute 90. We have to put in a proper shift in as well. We have to perform well for a full 90 minutes, and we have to turn up as well to a game like this against Arsenal. We have to try and make this game count as well. Massive 3 points up for grabs here. This is the chance to do the double on Arsenal as well. This would be a massive game for both teams as well. We can walk away with the 3 points here. I'll be delighted with it, because obviously then Arsenal are probably out of the situation then, because they've got to play West Ham next week. The running for them is not going to be easy, because they've got to play Everton, who are fighting for their lives, Newcastle as well, that are on good run of form at home as well. So Arsenal, they're in the mud if they don't win this game. This is 2 teams that are going at it. They're going to war. We have to prepare well for a game like this. We have to go in with the right mindset, the right mentality. Just whatever you do, don't give Arsenal the confidence or the momentum in the game. But we have to be able to be tight and compact. In a game like this, getting the first goal is going to be crucial. And we have to play with a higher line, get on the front foot. When we get our chances, we must take our chances. We must be ruthless. We must be aggressive. This is going to be a tight tactical game. We have to be able to be organised, keep our shape as well. We can't afford to slip up here. This is not the time or the place to drop points here. We've got to win this game, so must win. What a better way to bounce back against Arsenal as well. This is a must win. If we win this, we've got a chance of getting top 4. I think if Arsenal don't win this, their top 4 hopes have pretty much gone. We've got possession. We've got to be ruthless, aggressive, on the front foot, play with energy, play with purpose about us, play with courage, play with character, play with team spirit. Get right behind each other, fight for it as well, fight from minute 1 to minute 90. And if you want it more, play for that badge, play for that club. 3 points are up for grabs here, and this is a game that I do not want to lose on the weekend. We've got to turn up to this game. We've got to perform for a full 90 minutes as well. Make this game count as well. This is one last dance for Arsenal, to be honest. And if Arsenal don't win against Chelsea, they know that they've got a difficult task then in the next 2 games. So whatever we do, we must turn up, perform well for a full 90 minutes. I'm expecting a good performance by these lads. We can't afford to slip up and drop points, but defensively, we have to do our job. Going forwards, we must show that creativity, and we must take our chances as well. When we take our chances, score your goals and put them away. getting the first goal will be crucial in a game like this as well. Arsenal scoring 1.5 goals per game, Arsenal conceding 1.2 goals per game. Arsenal have won 17, drawn 3 and they've lost 11. They've lost to Brentford 2-0, Chelsea 2-0, Man City 5-0, Liverpool 4-0, Man United 3-2, Everton 2-1, Man City 2-1, Liverpool 2-0, Palace 3-0, Brighton 2-1, Southampton 1-0. Arsenal have lost 4 games at home this season. Their last loss was against Southampton, which ended 1-0, and that was played just last weekend. Their last win was against Aston Villa, and it ended 1-0, and it was played mid-March, just before the international break. And by the way, they have been shite since the international break as well, and they've got no confidence in the team, no momentum, and we just don't break it to them in this game as well. Arsenal have the 4th best defence in the league. The players to look out for is Ramsdale, White, Gabriel, Holding, Suarez. Will Tomiyasu be fit for this one? Tavares, Odegaard, Smith-Rowe, Lokonga, El Neni, Xhaka, Saka. Will Lacazette be fit for this one? Pepe, Nketiah and Martinelli. Hope you guys have enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.